Hi there, it's Mr. Smith, and this is Math 1332, Contemporary Mathematics. Now, some of you might be thinking, what the heck is that? Well, let me tell you, it involves things like financial math, probability, statistics. We do some things with logic. I think it's a very practical course, and I really hope that you'll enjoy the topics. For some of you that aren't fans of college algebra or algebra kinds of stuff, you might appreciate this course because it's more arithmetic based, even though we will do some algebra. But anyway, I know some of you are like, hallelujah. But anyway, so what do we want to talk about here? So besides teaching you contemporary math, we'll also try to, develop good study habits and develop good test taking habits and stuff like that. We'll talk about what it requires to be successful in a college math course, things like that. We'll talk about motivation. I think your motivation makes a big difference as far as what you get out of a course like this, or even what you get out of college. Before we get too far into things here, I want to say I hope you had a great summer. I know that I did. I went to Europe for my first time ever. Never went any further than Mexico before. I actually went to Turkey. That's where I saw my son and his wife, met her for the first time. And so that was pretty amazing. We were there for about 16 days together. We also have three grandsons. In Arizona, we spent some time there. And we have a new granddaughter from January. So what's that make her, about 8 months old now? But anyway, we actually had three sons, and my middle son had three sons. So we finally got a granddaughter. So anyway, we're pretty excited about that, my wife and I. Really looking forward to the semester. Really hope that you'll enjoy the course. I do a lot of things to help you get off to a great start because I think that's so important. There's this introduction, there's a syllabus video, tour of eCampus, and a tour of MyLab Math. I would say it's important to either read through the syllabus really carefully or watch the syllabus video. And also, MyLab Math is integrated a little differently this semester, so you'll see some differences if you've used it in the past. And so the video talks about what it's going to look like, especially as you get into it. If you've used it before, everything else is going to be the same. Let's see. This is my third video with these types of intros, and I can't remember all that I said. I think, we talked about getting off to an important start. I think it's really important that you ask questions if you run into problems early, or as soon as you're having problems. Don't hesitate to ask. I think that's really important. If you're not one to ask questions, I think that's a place for you to grow in your college experience. So please don't hesitate to ask questions if you run into any problems at all. I'm here to do everything I can to help you be successful in this course. The other thing is just figuring out what it's going to take for you to be successful in this course, taking tests. Like, how are you going to learn the material? You're going to have access to, a PowerPoint, notes, videos, and then you have the book. What I normally recommend is that you watch my videos. Those are the same as what I do in class, and then go do the homework. And when you click on the help buttons, that's where you're going to find the book, videos, and other resources, or you can get a link to that section of the book. But anyway, so figuring out how you're going to learn the material, and then also learning how to prepare for the test. So if you have any problems along the way with that, please contact me. I've talked to many students in the past and given them some good tips as far as how they can be successful and how to prepare, especially for tests. Also, if you ever run into a situation where the schedule says you're supposed to do these assignments and then you look and something's missing, would you please let me know? I'm pretty good about not making mistakes, but if I do, please let me know right away so I can correct that. I do want to say, as far as communication is concerned, especially in an online course, that's so important. Each week, I'm going to send out emails that kind of tell you what's going on this week. I mean, you already have it in the schedule, which is part of the syllabus, and you also have it in My Math Lab. It tells you the due dates for the assignments. But I also do an email and discuss what's going on for this week or each week, and just kind of to touch bases with students. So make sure that you're monitoring your email, that you're getting those messages, and let's see. I don't think I talked to you about the smartphone thing. If I'm repeating myself, I apologize. But the easiest way to use your Dallas College account is connect it to your smartphone if you have a smartphone, so that all your email comes to the same place. Usually it's Outlook. That's how I get all the emails that I get. It makes it really easy. I don't always have the chance to answer them right away, but I'm seeing them as they come in. That way you won't miss anything. Anyway, I think those are all the basics I wanted to cover. Again, I really hope you have a great and successful semester, and I really look forward to working with you. That's all for now, folks.